So we're going to open our handy dandy calculatora, and we're going to start a new document. So you're going to go to new. No, she doesn't want to be saved. Never save. If it asks you to save, it is what it is. And you're going to add lists and spreadsheets. So we're at add lists and spreadsheets. Are we there? All right, so all I did, home, new, add list and spreadsheet. Yes? We're going to click on it. In list and spreadsheet, you're going to title your list. That's what A and B are, just like on an Excel sheet. Except I don't feel like writing out time and temp, so I'm just going to put X and Y. I'm going to hit tab, and that takes me over to the B. Once I've labeled them, then I'm going to come down to box 1. Not to the equal sign, but to box 1. If someone at your table is struggling, be a pal and pull them up. Okay? I said help, not do it for them. All right. Now we're going to input the value. So you're going to put in all of your time and all of your temp. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to go back up. And I'm going to put in 203, enter. 177, enter. 153, enter. 137, enter. 121, enter. 111, enter. And 104, enter. When you have all of your values in your table, give me a thumbs up. Okay, there's not a lot of thumbs up, so we're going to pause a moment, make sure we all get there. If someone at your table doesn't have a thumb up, check on them, be a pal. Not what I said to do, I said to check on them. All right, are we good? Next step, I need you on your paper, it's important you write this down. You're gonna write what I'm about to tell you. Are you listening? On your paper, you're gonna write down menu for 1A for exponential. A for exponential. So again, you're writing down menu for 1A for exponential. That's all I told you to do so far. Why are you trying to push ahead? All right, now we're going to do that. So we're going to do menu for 1. Again, menu for 1A for exponential. Yeah. What did you do? Or just scroll down then. And then you should be here where it says exponential regression. That's how we know at the right window. If it doesn't say exponential regression, then you're at the wrong window. Okay, it's just asking you, what is your X, what is your Y? Because we didn't name our columns, we're just going to type in X and we're going to type in Y because that's all we called them, right? We didn't call them nothing else except X and Y. And then hit OK or enter. So you're either going to press OK or enter. Okay, you're going to scroll up. And at the top, you should see where it says this stuff. So what it just did was it calculated our A value for us and our B value. So it calculated our A and our B. Do we see that? All right, so that we can be pretty accurate, we're going to round to the nearest 4 digits. So our A equals, let's say, 196.6572. Agreed? What do you mean what? Okay. I'm gonna come around and check, but our B value, so our A equals and our B equals, I have 0.9776. So I'm gonna come around for points of confusion. So we're writing out our function. We know our A is 196 point, what do we say? 6577 or 72. And our B was 0.9776, right? So we can write our equation. And that's times, and it's going to be 0.977. 6 to the x power. So that's our equation. Now, the reason why we did as many decimal points as possible is the more decimal places you have, the more accurate your graph is, okay? Now, the question asks, how long will it take for my coffee to cool to 100 degrees? So what that means is, when will this equation equal 100? So yesterday we talked about it, but we used the inequality. How did we solve the inequality yesterday? Anyone remember? How did we solve the inequality? We used the computer, with the calculator. So we plugged this guy in for our F1 and this one for our F2, and then we did what? Yeah, then we zoomed and we found the intersection. Oh yeah. So we did zoom and intersection. So we're gonna do the same thing. The only difference here is that it's an equal in our answer instead of an inequality, right? So we're gonna go to our handy dandy calculator again. It did die? You didn't make it? Oh, womp, womp, womp. To add a graph from here, you either can hit control page, control doc and add a graph, or you can just go to the home screen and click on the graph. Control doc and it adds a page. So I'm going to put in 196.6572 times 0.9776 to the x power. So I put that to the x power. So that's all I typed in. What we wrote down was our model, right? I'm going to arrow down and put what I said I wanted to be equal to. And what did I want it to be equal to? 100. So I wanted to be equal to 100. And now I'm entered, but I can't see it, so I have to zoom. So I'm going to go to zoom out till I see some action. Ooh, I see some action. How do we find the intersection? Anyone remember? What do I do? Menu, analyze, intersection. And how do we read a book? From left to right. So we get 29.9. Okay, now that's our approximation, right? Now, if we look at this, does that make sense for it to be 29.9 and 104 took 30 minutes? No, that means that we didn't have enough decimal places. And so it's an estimation. Now, cool thing here is that if we want to know the exact, this calculator stores the exact perfect function for you. How do you turn it on? You press tab, and if you arrow up, it already has your F1 in there for you. The entire thing with all the decimal places written out for you. So you hit tab and then arrow up. And it'll have the entire F1, the actual decimals and everything completely written out for you. Do y'all see that? And all you have to do is check enter, click enter, and it'll graph that for you. It should have changed the color of your graph. She forgot the zoom, didn't she? She didn't. So now when I do menu 6 intersection, it's going to ask me, which one do you want? Well, I want graph 1, but it's going to be hard for me to get graph 1. So I'm gonna take away this graph. My estimation, I don't want it there anymore. Here's the real deal Holyfield. And let's see what it says with that one. It's at 29.8. It really wasn't that bad off. It wasn't exact. Wasn't perfect. Yeah, I was just showing you that it's there. Dig holes. Yes. The approximate? Which part? Oh, getting to the actual graph, you just arrow up. So if you if your F1's actually already in there for you, you just got to arrow up and hit enter, and then it'll graph it for you. Yep. $31. All right, so approximately 29.8. Tomorrow we will finish this and I will model this in Desmos for you also. And then we'll talk about continuously compound it so that you can do your activity. Okay, so tomorrow, Desmos, compound.